12 versions of the same snack sit on a laboratory table. One has more crunch, one has less bitterness, nothing else changes. In another, sweetness arrives on your tongue a second earlier. Strangers are paid to taste them and point at a favorite. The man running this was not a chef, he was a psychophysicist. Food scientists call the target he was hunting the bliss point. It's 11:47 at night. You open the refrigerator anyway. Dinner ended 2 hours ago. There is a pink donut inside. You are not hungry. You promised yourself nothing. Your hand moves before the argument in your head finishes. You take one bite, and stopping feels strangely difficult. The obvious answer is sugar. That answer is only the surface. Your brain did not evolve beside a refrigerator. It evolved where sweetness was rare, seasonal, and guarded. Picture East Africa, long before farms, stores, or wrappers. You have walked for hours. Your body is running low. Ahead, a few berries hang behind thorns and tangled branches. They are small, bruised, and available for a short season. But each sweet mouthful carries fast, usable carbohydrate. Your tongue is not tasting a treat, it is detecting opportunity. In 2001, scientists identified the sweet receptor, T1R2 plus T1R3. When sweet molecules bind, specialized cells send a message toward the brain. Not, this will make you happy. Just pay attention. Dopamine teaches the brain what to look for again. So sweetness becomes a prediction. Energy may be available here. In the ancient world, that prediction was usually correct. But that energy had a price, paid in time and risk. Fruit could hang high in a tree, guarded by height alone, or sit buried among thorns, insects, and other hungry animals. Honey was better. Concentrated sugar inside a defended fortress. To reach it, people climbed, smoked hives, and endured stings. Among the Hadza today, honey is roughly 15% of yearly calories. But it arrives through season, climbing, smoke, and risk. It's a jackpot, not something waiting beside your bed. Your ancestors learned one rule: find sweetness, remember it, return. They remembered trees, flowering seasons, roots, and the sound of bees. They shared finds, copied techniques, taught children where abundance appeared. Every success strengthened a system built to notice sweet signals fast. That system kept humans alive when calories disappeared for weeks. Evolution never tested it against a fluorescent supermarket aisle. Here, sweetness does not rot, hide, sting, or migrate away. It waits in cereal, sauces, yogurt, drinks, and bread. Sometimes it arrives before you have even finished breakfast. And this is where the story stops being about nature. Modern food is not merely sweeter than anything in the wild. It is engineered around how quickly your brain learns. No single ingredient does this. The system does. There is no magic button hidden inside your skull. The bliss point is just the level of sweetness, salt, and fat people prefer. Find that level, repeat the formula, package it, place it everywhere. But the ingredients never work alone. Texture joins them. A crisp sound suggests freshness before flavor even arrives. A soft center dissolves fast, leaving little chewing and no natural stop. Strong flavor fades, then returns with the next bite. Variety keeps one taste from becoming boring too soon. So your brain gets small surprises without leaving the package. A new color, a new filling, a limited edition. Each one asks the same ancient question: could this be valuable? Your attention answers before your reasoning has fully arrived. But the trap goes deeper than your tongue. Sweet taste begins in the mouth. Food also teaches afterward. The gut senses arriving nutrients and sends signals through the body. Your brain links a flavor, a smell, even a logo to energy. After enough repetitions, the prediction starts before the first bite. You see the red can, and anticipation arrives on schedule. That is not proof you're addicted. Addiction is a clinical word. But learned food cues can be powerful and automatic. They pull hardest when you are tired or distracted. They turn an ordinary stop for fuel into a detour. In 2019, a researcher named Kevin Hall decided to test this properly. 20 adults moved into a metabolic ward for 1 month. For 2 weeks, they ate ultra-processed food. For the other 2 weeks, minimally processed food. The menus were matched for sugar, fat, fiber, and protein. They could eat freely. On the processed menu, 508 extra calories daily. In 2 weeks, they gained weight. On the other menu, they lost it. The study did not prove sugar alone caused this. It showed the whole food environment can change how much you eat. Speed, texture, density, variety, convenience, all of it matters together. So the opponent is not one villainous white crystal. It's a system that removes friction from an ancient reward. Your brain expects berries after searching, not cookies after scrolling. It expects honey after danger, not sweet drinks beside every checkout. The mismatch is not a personal flaw, it's a design problem. Knowing this does not make the craving disappear on command. Willpower is real, but it's a weak tool against constant cues. You should not have to negotiate with a billboard every afternoon. None of this makes you weak for wanting sugar. It makes you human, in an environment humans did not evolve for. For most of history, your sweet tooth pointed toward survival. Now companies can aim at that same signal all day, not because they invented your desire, but because they learned its language. The final choice is still yours. The playing field is not neutral. Once you see the mechanism, the craving becomes information, not a command. It says, an old survival system has detected an easy reward. You don't need to hate that system or obey it. You only need to know who's speaking when the refrigerator light turns on.